Hello, and thank you for the time to watch this short demo on Fran Metrics. My name is Jason, and I'll be running you through our system to show you how we can bring all the most important numbers in your business into one platform, making it easier for you and your franchisees to hopefully identify issues and also notice possibly where they're excelling at as well. We feel that this is the best system out there to analyze performance by unit. So if you care deeply about the unit level economics, this is an amazing platform that'll hopefully give you the best information you can to help support your franchises. And for the franchisees, hopefully, if they're motivated, can see where they might need help without you having to tell them. But regardless, it'll do both, and it'll provide both franchisors and franchisees with great information in a way that's easy to read, easy to understand, and is most for the most part all automated. Fran Metrics, we do bookkeeping as well, and once we do the bookkeeping, we make sure everything is consistent, and then we can bring that into our system and we can give amazing reports. That's Of course, we can do those reports without doing the bookkeeping. So that is definitely the thing that sets us apart is the actual reporting. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in and give quite a kind of a short little run through on how it works. First off, the reporting that we do is not a P&L. We have taken the 20 or so most important numbers for a franchise system, and we've put those all on one place instead of having to find all the most important stuff in a P&L. We've just taken the ones that are actionable and things that can show maybe where the issue is. So that's all on this first part here. This comes right from the bookkeeping, all except for the average ticket. Just so you know, this sample I'm working with is a pizza place, and so they may have different key performance indicators than say somebody selling clothes or so forth. So um, just to show you how we do things here too, there's also non-financial data. So the benchmarking for the financial data comes in through the accounting system, and then we have stuff that comes in from the POS system. For example, make times, delivery times, and out the door times, which is what the OTD stands for. So we are now being able to look at numbers that are not necessarily financial. Um, as I'm coming up here, I would like to also show you that you can uh, go back as long as you want, as long as there's data in there, and you can change the time period for larger swaths of time and see how you've done over a quarter or over a year. And again, you can click the drop down menu to go back into history. And usually when we import somebody in, we like to at least collect a year of back data so you can see trends. All right, so I'm just going to go through this real quick at one column at a time. The first column here is the result. Okay, so this is how this location performed for this month, and you see an alert their profitability ratio is really low. But if we go back a month, you'll see that it's much better. So I'm going to look at this month. This is April, and the second column is the target. This is what we wanted to hit. The third column is a trend. It compares it to a previous period. And if you're somewhat seasonal, which pizza is, we're going to want to look at the same month but a year ago. So now we're looking at compared to April of 2017. And then the last column, which is I consider one of the most important columns because that's going to take you and compare you to the rest of the system, all the other units. It'll show you what the median is. So um, the median here, for example, you can see that their food sales are quite higher than the median. So even though they didn't hit their target, they're still obviously a busy store. And then the percentile, that is just the higher the number, the better. So on a quick review of this, you would just go down and see where your lowest numbers are, and you can see right away that their um, lowest number here is on the average ticket. So um, going in and actually seeing that this is our problem, we can actually, right from the same page, click in and see the trend over time. So now you can see that they've never actually hit their goal of 26 because they're kind of towards the bottom on this goal. You can see that something really happened here in December and it kind of free falled. And understanding this business, I would say that you would suggest to this owner, or this owner might recognize that maybe they need to upsell, they need to increase their average ticket, so maybe they need to be adding more stuff onto the ticket. So there's one issue that this just points out right from that. And again, you can click into any of these, so I'm just going to go into a different one. Make times. There you go. You can see, again, this looks like it might be seasonal. You see it's trending over time. The dots on the graph they're not random, although certain metrics might be depending on what they are. But in this case, you can tell that maybe starting in August next year, they need to hire more people. They're not making their pizzas quick. They should be making them. Our target is 6.5 minutes, so this red line is where they should be making them at. They've been doing a great job, and now you see, and this time they weren't. However, in this case, you might say maybe they're making them too quickly. They're actually the fastest now. They're ranked number one. Maybe they're doing them too quickly, and maybe they're not focusing on quality. So again, this allows a franchisor to see where their stores may be going astray or where they might be having issues real quickly without having to dig through different applications. And it's really visual, it's interactive, and it's just a really good overall system to see, to see problems. So I'm just going to go to the next screen here. This is the KPI Explorer, and it's the same information that was on the last page, except it's just more of a visual, and you can organize the key performance indicators by different measurements. So here I'm going to do it by results, so you can see all your bad ones together, so you can see if there are any correlations, or you can do it by importance. And again, any system can tell us what's important and what's not, and we can separate them in that manner. And this will tell me right here that the most important ones are on the right. So as I go right to left, you'll see the first one that I notice is the food sales. Our target's 94,000, but we only hit 89.5. So that's the most important one that was on here that needs to be improved. Now there's a lot more to this system. It builds in a break-even analysis, which again is interactive. We can do the break-even point. We can go actual what we're making, or we can actually drag the cursor up and down, showing us what our profit should be at any sales point. We can compare trends to each other. You can compare revenue to anything, or what I'm going to actually do is show all of our efficiencies that I've been talking about a lot, because it's a pizza place and they're very important. We can compare our delivery times to our make times, uh, and our delivery times, out the door times is this one. So the red line here represents how fast it's taking us to make pizzas. This is how fast it's going to, leaving the door, and this is how fast the pizza's being delivered. So even though here we've from April to May, you can see that that we were making the pizzas at the same time, but our delivery is starting to creep up again. So it's very cool. All right, there's a lot more, and if you want a full demo, please email us. Let us know. There's so much more. I will show you one more thing. This will show you a rank of where you stand in every key performance indicator amongst every company. And if you own two companies, if you own two stores, you can just highlight the other one. Franchisees, when they log in, they'll just see company one through whatever, but a franchisor will actually see the name. So you can see them all in one shot without having to go into one location, then another location. You can see right away which stores are having issues with what things all in one spot. If a franchisee has multiple units, they can click on their multiple units and keep them in here, and they can see where they stand on every metric. Okay, well, that's it for this demo. I hope you will take the time to reach out to us. I can give you a full demo. We are providing lots of specials now as well. So just give us a call and hopefully we can bring your numbers to life. Thank you.